Welcome back to Let's Play Kid Mystic. We are in Chapter 4 now, and the first thing we need to do in Chapter 4 is navigate through these tight, dark tunnels towards the bottom corner of the map. I think this way? Really want to be careful because we don't want to get into any random encounters. We're going to save load those away so we can make our way where we need to go. I think it's pretty much all the way at the bottom corner, but I haven't actually mapped these tunnels out, so it's very easy to get lost, and I expect I will spend a lot of time in this chapter lost in these tunnels. Okay, we made it. We need to equip the Casty Fairy, which makes our spells a little bit more powerful. We need to equip Seeker Bolts, save the game, and head on in to the Armageddon Shrine. And first we're going to not step into the lava, because unlike water, lava is not an instant kill. You take damage every frame that you're in contact with the lava, but it doesn't actually kill you right away. And you're not going to believe this boss's name. Like, if I did clickbait videos, that's what I would call this video. You're not going to believe what they called the optional super boss in Kid Mystic. And I just might do that. We won't know until I actually put this video up. And the reason we're coming here is because here is Richie Lich, who we have to kill. And he's got a lot of hit points, and there's no magic to pick up in this level, but we are regenerating magic very slowly. So every few seconds we will get another blast of Seeker Bolt. And actually, I should have only picked up 2 of these shots, because it's a little easier to hit him with 2 shots than if we have this big spread of 3. We're typically only contacting with 1 shot at a time here, but we are going to get more Seeker Bolts as time goes on. And you see, this fight will take a minute, but it's worth it, I promise you. The big reason it's worth it is because after this scene, we will no longer have to painstakingly save load away the random encounters. We'll actually be able to fight them in a reasonable amount of time without having to worry about upgrading our fireballs. But first we have to fight through Richie Lich, who's probably the hardest boss in the game. Maybe the final boss is a little harder, but you see he's actually throwing around these random red dots everywhere, and that's a lot of the tricky part, is just keeping on top of where those red dots are. This is an endurance fight. You don't want to get stuck underneath him like this. Okay, we're good. It's real, because the thing is, if you lose, you have to start his health bar all over again, and we don't want to do that, and we don't want to waste magic on healing, and there is no drank anywhere in this level. Whereas most of the other bosses that we will face do have some drank somewhere, and I think we're stuck here. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, whew. He waited a second before he blasted us there. That was nice of him. He's not obligated to be that nice, so I did try to get a pattern down where I tried to like get above him and blast him in the head, but that didn't go very well in my test plays. Like when it happened kind of randomly, it was nice, and you can pile on a lot of damage pretty quickly, but I couldn't figure out a way to do it consistently, so that's my sad story. You need to... Okay, we gotta go up and around him here. Like right here. See this? You can get in a lot of good shots, and he, as far as I can tell, he can't actually shoot you when you're above him like that. But we gotta be super careful now. It's coming down to the wire. That was actually really a dangerous maneuver on my part, but had to be done. We might just go with the Seeker Bolt from here, actually, because we don't want to be close to him at all. He doesn't fire the little red dots if you are far away from him. At least, I mean, he does, but they have very short range. Oh, we're so close. Yeah, I'm going to play this real carefully. And, yeah, we've got a Seeker Bolt now. And that's it. Richie Lich is dead. Which opens up the last piece of the Armageddon Sword. Kid Mystic's like, man, I'm going to get rid of this stupid rod that I used to have. And that's why I don't buy many of the rod upgrades. For those of you who are like, why aren't you buying more rod upgrades, Brickroad? That's the reason why. So what we want to do now, after we save, is we're going to equip Cheapy Fairy, which you can never shoot fireballs with Cheapy Fairy equipped. But with the Armageddon Sword, we have access to the Armageddon spell. And watch what this does. And you're going to think, there's no way that this meteor shower is going to last longer than it is. But it lasts longer than you could possibly imagine. It's insane. So now random encounters are actually really, really easy, and we will be fighting them just to get the experience. Not so much the gold, because you still have to run around and pick up all the gold pieces. Without our grabby fairy, that can be pretty silly. But we're just going to stand here and wait until we're cool cat bad, and then we can leave. Wonderful. Alright, now let's get lost in these caves for a little while. What do you say? We're not going to be using Cheapy Fairy in the actual level, at least not most levels. There are a couple levels in this world where we will want to use this Cheapy Fairy kind of... It's not really an exploit, it's just something you get for winning. Is this the level I want? Yes, this is the level I want. Okay. So we're going to go back to Grabby Fairy now. And the actual sword itself also has a really cool feature. Once we get fireballs, we got to find fireballs first in these bat tunnels. Oop, I didn't mean to cast my spell there, but whatever, I guess I had taken damage. There are fireballs. There's some. So even with just one fireball, we now fire these like homing shots out of our sword and make the sword so much nicer. So our regular attack is incredibly powerful now. And it just gets more and more powerful the more and more stuff we pick up. Because there's no more awkwardness in, oh, we have to carefully angle our shots, so sometimes it's not worth picking up the second or third fireball because we want to shoot in a particular... Nope. The more fireballs you have, the more of these skulls you shoot out, and they track down enemies better than Seeker Bolt. But this level's pretty much about running around and getting all these fireball pickups. So we can... There's a boss fight here. There's some drank, in case I wanted it. And it's a boss fight with a safe spot. It's almost a freebie boss fight. Like, if there's a single level in this world where you might want to farm up money, it might be this level, just because of this boss fight and how it functions. But first I want to make sure that I get all of the power and tears up in the level. Oh, I haven't found the key yet either. I need the key before I can go into that boss fight. Hey, there's the tears up. So this scary bat, the Scarier bat rather, the big red guy who has all those hit points, you just melt through him with your, with all these amazing, look at this, look how many skulls, man. Amazing. So yeah, fighting monsters actually gets really fun at this stage in the game, but I gotta find a red key somewhere. I'm surprised I haven't found it yet. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, hunt down these bats as we go. Now we go into the room here. I want to make sure I have life equipped, because they can burn up my health pretty quickly. Whoop. Yeah, see where I'm stuck here? I do not like to be stuck in this situation. Oh my goodness. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. I've never seen that before! Why did it put me inside the bat's hitbox without any way to get out? I could have switched to Inferno, I guess, and got out that way. But even being stuck there, I was able to do enough damage in a small enough time frame to kill that giant boss. Even though wow, that was so stupid. Pretty funny, though. Honestly. You know, you gotta laugh at yourself sometimes. You gotta laugh at yourself and at Kid Mystic sometimes. Oh, you know what it might have been is I think that big bat boss just summons in smaller brown bats, and maybe because I took an extra loop around the level because I missed my red key the first time, gave the boss time to spawn in way more bats than I'm used to. Is that an explanation? Is that what I want to go with? I mean, that sounds like it might be correct. Or it could just be bad luck, you know. Unfortunately, the Armageddon Sword makes your fireballs kind of sound like you have smoker's lung. Like you're just coughing on all the enemies. But I guess even that's pretty funny, though. Alright, this should be good. Yeah, see, we want to get up into this little secret tunnel here, which is where the spell is, by the way. We get an upgrade to Stone Skin, which already doesn't work. And then we can just stand here, firing shots out the little hole. And eventually this will win us the whole fight. All our money will just come flowing in. Once this Scarier bat's out of the way, I think we'll start getting shots on the Big Mama Bat. Who, it must be said, is still not as... Whoops, that was the wrong spell. There we go. Yeah, see how long that steel skin lasted? That was like, what, 10 seconds, maybe, if that? Oh, I'm sorry, not the Big Mama Bat. The Diurba Bats. I don't know what language that is, and I don't speak it anyway, so I'm sure I just was very culturally offensive right there, and for that I apologize. In my defense, Diurba Bat. Come on. And it's almost dead. And we came in with like 500 coins, and we'll see what kind of profit we make here. Considering there's still a Scarier bat here to fight. Thing is, though, you can find those Scarier bats in random encounters, so I think in practice I had more luck just farming the Scarier bat random encounters with the Armageddon spell. The problem with the Armageddon spell is it takes up a full bar of magic, and we don't have a full bar of magic yet, because we're only level 30. You don't get a full bar of magic... Oh, I need to put on my Cheapy Fairy. Until level 50. Which is why we need the Cheapy Fairy to even cast this spell. We can't even cast it unless we have the Cheapy Fairy equipped. So we have a choice. We could either go with our awesome fireballs, or we can go with the Armageddon spell, but we can't have both. These are the Toasty caverns, and let's gotta get around these fire dragons. And I kind of forget how we power up here. Maybe we only get the one shot. Maybe that's it. I mean, it's still enough, as you can see. We're still completely demolishing these dragons. But at some point, we do have to run through lava in this section in order to find some goodies. But this is like an exploration level in Chapter 4, which is nice. I don't even have to move. My shots are just finding these Skelligmans. Yeah, right there. We've got to walk across this here. So let's put life on, and... So yeah, you see, you take damage from walking across lava, but it's not even that much damage. Like, it's not a lot. It's not a huge amount. And we get a bunch of refills right here next to this spell. That will... Which one is this? Is this the upgraded summon spell? Liquefy. It's the upgraded Dragon's Breath spell, which is still pretty underwhelming. So, just going to go ahead and use life. And, oops, I didn't mean to step in lava there. Let's refill that. I think we just walk across down right here to the other half of the level. Unfortunately, all of my money is falling into the lava. Refill right here. Okay. We're looking for keys, basically. Not only is it a finer homing than the Seeker Bolt, but I think it's got longer range than the Seeker Bolt, too. It's just better than Seeker Bolt in every way. Yeah, we're looking for these chintzy keys. Can we... I feel like that guy took a lot longer to kill. He was really running for it. We'll just take advantage of these mana potions wherever we happen to find them. Okay, so we've got 2 chintzy keys, and I think now we can go back up to the northern section of the level. don't have to walk through lava here. We can just sneak by the wall. Oh, you know what? I think there's going to be a series of locked rooms, and each locked room has a power-up in it for us. I think that's how it works. Do we want to come down here at all? No, we do not. Do not. We don't have a green key. Yet. We can go in here. Yeah, see, there's a tears up here. I'm really learning to respect these zombies more now that I've seen that lunge attack in action than I used to. Now I can go back to the green door. Which is up around here. Yep. And there should be another upgrade to pick up. Yep, there's our diamond. They still go down real quick. They still go down in just a couple of hits, but I'd never seen them kill me as fast as they did in that level in the previous chapter. Did we get a key in here? Or no, we just got some green orbs. Alright, so if we go up to the very north of the level, there should be another path to take across the lava. Right up there. And this, we just need to time this. They're like... I timed it badly, but you see the idea there. They're little like moving bridges. And sometimes you gotta turn on them, which isn't really fair considering you spend the whole game ice skating. I wonder if the position of these magma dragons is randomized, because I don't think I've seen one in that little pool before. And lots of healing in this level. It does make me wonder, like, why that spider level in World 2 is the least forgiving level in the game in terms of how many monsters you have to kill versus how many resources there are on the level to use. Still looking for somewhere to use this last chintzy key. You know what? We'll go ahead and grab this. There's nothing over to the far right there. I've actually walked across the lava over that way and nothing to see. We've been in this room. Where have we not been? I mean, I can see where the little compass is pointing me up there. There's got to be a room over that way. But I thought we had been in here already. Oh no, I can see the monsters moving around there. Ah, there we go. The chintzy key shall light our path. And this should be our last orbs. Yep, we're cool cat bad. Go ahead and grab our coinage and get out of here. Perfect. Oh, we can fight you now. Ooh, that would have been a stupid place to die, but thankfully I didn't. Alright, let's get Cheapy Fairy back on. In case we get into any random encounters on the way up. And it looks like... Oh, you know what? I'm going to fight one of these, I think. Just for the gold. I mean, we don't have Grabby Fairy equipped right now, unfortunately, so... It is kind of annoying to pick up all of this gold that... spreads around the level. But yeah, as far as I can tell, that's the quickest way to get gold in this last world. Alright, our next level is more river rafting, and this time you can actually walk out into the water.
I'm cool cat bad.
Shoutouts to Blau Major for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.
Run away!